Hi everyone. In this video, we will discuss about benefits of DevOps. I'm sure you would have seen the previous video, so that there is a continuity. We discussed about the history of DevOps and also the DevOps principles. And now we are going to discuss the DevOps benefits. The first one is that trust and teamwork. Okay, so this may seem very obvious. You may ask, JP, shouldn't all the teams have this trust and teamwork, right? I have seen, in my experience, unless we have an environment and a culture where this is implicit, right? Day in and day out, we are able to, people are free to express, and also the work packets are also designed in such a way that it enables it. This is not going to happen. Okay, and sometimes inherently we make it complex, whereas in DevOps, as there is no, if I may call, pressure to perform at the end of 3 months or 6 months, and people are encouraged to fail and come back on a daily basis, right? Suppose if one change fails, right, you are able to revert it using automation, or it comes back on its own, and that gives a lot of confidence for people, and also a lot of sharing happens. That's one aspect of it. Second one is both the development and the operations teams work hand in hand from the beginning of the project. That's a big difference. Rather than involving someone during the end of the project, and someone is part of the design from the beginning, contributes to it, shares feedback, then it helps build a lot of trust. So that's what it talks about, trust and teamwork by design. What's the keyword? By design. That's important. That's a big difference from the traditional ways. Second one is faster turnout and productivity. Okay, because it's all small packets, right? As we used to say, how do you eat an elephant, right? Piece by piece, right? I mean, you break it down into small chunks, and then we consume it. Here, since it's if there is a business requirement, we are able to churn out a feature. Okay, and it's all very small modules, very small changes, and if there is a bug, we'll be able to once we fix it, we are able to release it immediately. Okay, so that's a faster turnout and also productivity. And as things go to production faster, that motivates better to release more changes. Okay, so it's like a assembly line, right? You continue to churn out assemble products. That's a big motivation by itself. Faster turnout and productivity. And next one is quicker responses and more releases. And we spoke about scrums, right? Scrums which are of usually 2 weeks duration, right, for any rollout, and also 2 pizza teams, right, about say 6 to 8 people working together in rolling out those changes, right? So quicker responses, and then there are more releases. That's another benefit. Better software quality. Okay, why? Because it's all smaller chunks. That it's the previous version has been working, and you are just going to see that, and what's the bug in the new version, and how it assembles to the previous version, right? So it's inherently there is a better software quality. That's one aspect of it. And second one is there's a lot of automation. Okay, so that reduces manual errors and manual mistakes. Also the tool chain, right? The tool chain will be it works like an assembly line, continuous integration, and then continuous delivery tools. So that helps to capture these bugs in every stage. So that brings in a lot of software quality when compared to the traditional models. Next is better team morale, and this is again an obvious because of all these things. When there is trust and teamwork, faster turnout and productivity, and when you do a good work, and there is definitely the team morale goes up. which is very, very important for retention and also higher productivity, right? I mean, that's where if you look at it, startups adopted it faster because of the dynamic environment, dynamic requirements, and also practically you're able to churn out things faster, okay, churn out outcomes faster. Automation leaves bandwidth for innovation. This is a big plus. In traditional methods, though you'll be using automation for testing and other things, because of cloud technologies and also the DevOps tools and the advancement of it, and also the culture aspect of it, it leaves a lot of bandwidth for innovation. Okay, so that again brings in adoption of new tools, new methodologies, new features, and that bandwidth definitely helps people to move to the next level of their skills and talent. Let's summarize what are the benefits. Trust and teamwork, because you get involved, as ops teams gets involved from the beginning, and also dev teams get to learn the ops teams much better. Also, since there is an implicit there is not a lot of pressure, people start trusting each other because everyone starts working as a team. Faster turnout or productivity, because you have only a feature to be released in about 2 weeks time, and that's the way you start rolling. Quicker responses, more releases. Every 2 weeks you're going to release it, and bug fixes are going to be immediate. Then once fix a bug, and you're going to test it out and then release it to production, so that you're able to address customers' problems faster. Better software quality, we obviously discussed it. There's a lot of automation gets involved, and also you don't come to know later part of the problem. Once you know there is a bug, it comes up earlier, and you're able to fix it. Better team morale, it's obvious because of all these things, because you're able to take more time off and things like that. What is coming up, and there is an efficiency, so it's a better team morale. And automation leaves a lot of bandwidth for innovation. That saves a lot of time on manual tasks and things like that. So these are all some of the primary benefits of DevOps. Hope it is useful. See you in the next one. Thank you.